but you just got to give them a nail gun. See, this is what we're talking about. Technology solves these labor issues. Everyone thinks, oh, the guys don't know how to lay tile. Do you know what kind of tricks they've got now to lay tile? They got the lasers, they got those little clips that evens everything out.
Damn, you can still can't fucking do it.
You can lay tile for the first time in your life and do a half decent job, you know, because of all the improvements in technology. What leads to someone swinging a hammer? What's going on when someone's about to pick up a hammer and start pounding it into, you know, pieces of wood?
In Canada,
in Canada,
in Canada, it has to be a different.
Is that about passion, process. Or is it like, I need to make some money and I'm going to go swing this hammer to?
Well, let's be honest. So I'm originally from the East Coast, and it was definitely about making some money,
right? Because you looked at all the other options. You were like, you know what, swinging that hammer right now is going to give me the most amount of money, in the fastest amount of time. That's what I'm going to go do.
It's also the most amount of satisfaction to go and smash something.
There you go. Right? There's
I never thought about that.
A little bit of B, right?
But so with the new nail guns, though, do you get to do that? Does that eliminate that?
More satisfactory.
That even better. You feel like
even more. But now the problem is, instead of, you know, let's say back in the day when I started, you had to actually hammer every nail in, and you maybe put 3 or 4 nails in something. Now they'll put 30.
30, and most of them don't hit the target. They just go through something.
I would say that by the time Darryl and I got a nail in, that nail gun's going to have about 200 nails somewhere else. You know, and because ours would be all crooked and stuff, we'd have to restart. You know, I admire that, those guys who can just boom, 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 you know, with the hammer. Those guys got skills.
Well, I mean, honestly, right now with the way construction's going in Calgary, you guys would fit right in with missing most of the nails. It's all good.
Perfect. But you just got to give them a nail gun. See, this is what we're talking about. Technology solves these labor issues. Everyone thinks, oh, the guys don't know how to lay tile. Do you know what kind of tricks they've got now to lay tile? They got the lasers, they got those little clips that evens everything out.
Damn, you can can't fucking do it.
You can lay tile for the first time in your life and do a half decent job, you know, because of all the improvements in technology. I'm telling you, this is what,
in theory,
direction we're heading in.
Yeah, when the robots get a hold of it. The problem is still the humans are involved in the process, right? And most of them, as Marty's whole channel can attest to, don't give a fuck, right? Like, I watch his videos, and some of the stuff these guys like try and pull is unbelievable.
I mean, we did a new home. We did a new home inspection.
I wonder now with the new construction, especially, just even like the skill level of the trades that we're dealing with, and the fact that the builders are not keeping track of, you know, who's actually working on the site and doing any accountability prior to, you know, the homeowner taking it and then us showing up. I mean, some of the stuff that we're finding never should have made it to the point that it's at right now.
So what we're going to find is we're going to find houses that were built, finished and occupied in 2020, 21, 22, maybe 23, that are going to be the worst built houses we've ever seen, because the builder sold them back in 2018 or 19, thinking that his costs were going to be X, and he got a certain price and he had a contract with the buyer. And then as time went on and the pandemic hit and his building costs in some cases doubled, right? They say it's an average of 35% or whatever. But if you really look at some of the costs, some of them doubled, and they cut every corner they could to finish those houses. So the houses that you're inspecting now and that I've had a couple of dealings with recently are some of the worst finished houses I've ever seen because of the situation. Right. And we got to be careful.
And honestly, the bigger problem with it all is the fact that we don't have the skilled trade base anymore that we had 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. So 20 years ago, 25 years ago, you could actually start a trade while you were in high school. Right. And then they took all of that out of the school education system. And now all the baby boomers have retired. And now we're looking at a trade base that's starting at between 20 and 24 years old. So a lot of that high education trade of the old guys who were around, they never got to pass that knowledge down. And everybody was pushed to universities and out of the trades. And then now we're paying the consequences for it now.
Yeah. And I mean, this is nothing new. I mean, I was a builder a long time ago. And even before I was a builder, I worked for other builders, and I actually ran a considerable amount of framing crews, and the amount of stuff that went on, like, you know, you got to build the same house like 100 times almost. And the amount of different ways people come up with to frame the exact same plan on the same foundation in the same street is unbelievable. And it's like you're saying, that the skilled pool has never been there. There might have been guys at the top of the pool who gave a fuck more than now, because I remember before, like, no, it was like a Wild West. Maybe it's different in Calgary than Toronto, or the timing of things changes, but I'm talking 20 years ago. Like, it was the Wild West, and you were going and seeing, like, some of these houses, if you put roller skates on, you'd roll right out the front door, right? So I don't know if it's a skilled issue. I think it's more like there's just more construction and still no skill.
Well, and it's a desire now to actually want to do the quality.
Yeah, who
Is
the
the big
fuck
thing as
wants
well,
to do it
That's a
though
big one.
now?
That's a big one there.
right? Like
The
it used to
pride in
be,
the work. Yeah.
yeah, back in the day, it was kind of like when I started in the trades, the idea was that I was going to show up every day, put my time in, do my job to the best of my ability with the hope of making more money, right? I wanted to show that, I'm going to show up on time every day. I'm going to be there late every day. I'm going to make sure that, my wall goes up, it's plumb, nails are in the right spot, everything's square, job site's kept clean. Perfect. I do that for a few months. All of a sudden, my boss comes by and says, "Hey, you're doing fantastic work. Here's another dollar an hour." Well, now a lot of it, they want to make that top dollar the second they're out of school without doing the work first.
Oh yeah.
And it's a massive problem right now. And it's across the country, right? I'm originally from the East Coast, and it's just as bad back there now as it is out here.
I heard on the sites, right? Just the pride of like, how much work are we going to get done today? Wow, look at how much we finished today. Look at how much we accomplished. Look at, your crew is faster than my crew, like all that kind of stuff. You used to really get projects going fast. And now everyone's just like, you know what? It looks like it might rain today. I think we should leave early. I don't know. I mean, it says on the forecast it might rain. And if we go home and then it starts, we could, have traffic. Let's just leave anyways, just in case. And then it becomes 4-day work weeks and the least amount of work possible every single day. So I don't know. Is it unions? Is that the fault? Is it the unions?
No, it's not even that. It's like it's just profit. It's dollars and cents, and it's like everybody just needs to get more in. Like, I remember guys would be lined up at the Supers trailer, and it's just like he's signing off. He's not looking at the stuff, and it's like, just give me the completion slip, because you get the completion slip means you get paid, right? And we'll fix it later is a big theme in the industry. Like, we don't have to do that now. We'll pass. They'll move in. We'll get the money, and we'll deal with it later. Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.